Welcome to another weekly update. This time it's going to be a national weekly update, not just California weekly update. I'm here with Drew Corbett, who is going to introduce himself. Who are you, Drew? What do you do?
Well, I'm Drew Corbett. I am the distributed director for the campaign. I've been on board since June of this year. Started as the texting director, and then as we expanded our efforts across the country, I moved up into the distributed director position. Basically, what I do is I oversee all the grassroots volunteer activities, whether they be texting or email help desk, even canvassing in your own neighborhoods. I help to liaison between the campaign and the local Yang gangs on the ground to make sure that we are all moving forward together.
Awesome. So, Drew, what would you say is the top campaign priority right now this week?
Let's talk about ballot access first. So if you're in a state where they are actively gathering signatures to get Andrew on the ballot, that's going to be the top priority. If Andrew is not on the ballot, then nothing that we're doing is worth the time that we're putting into it, because we can't actually vote for him. So if you're in a ballot access state, that should be your top priority, is gathering signatures for that. What we continue to have as a top priority is our texting campaign. And that's identifying voters mainly in the early four states who we believe will support Andrew if they learn about him. So the main focus is going to be to identify more voters, inform more voters. As I think most of us know, we haven't qualified for the December debate yet. So a big part of that is going to be increasing awareness about our candidate in those places where they're going to get polled so that we can be on the debate stage in December.
Awesome. And then canvassing is another thing that has been added.
Door-to-door canvassing, yes. So what we've done is we've built a list, again, of people who we believe will support Andrew if they hear about him. And what your Yang Gang regional organizer can do is go in and actually create turf for you to go and knock these doors. And that's a great way to get people at least interested in Andrew. We've had it going on in Colorado. And one of the things that we heard back several times from them was that it was people that didn't know Andrew or weren't aware of him or had heard of him but didn't know much about him. And we were the only people that have knocked on their door. So they said that they would at least do more research and learn more about him. So just us putting in that effort on the ground is going to go a long way in helping to boost those numbers so that we can get on the debate stage in December.
Great. So what are some events that are coming up that we should be aware of nationally? Let's start in California, because this is taking on the California thing.
That's right. Yeah. So main event going on in California is going to be this weekend, November 16th. It's Saturday. It is at the California Democratic Party convention, the nominating convention. We need to turn out a huge crowd of Yang Gang there. We want to show to everyone in attendance that how big we are, and also that we're here to stay. So show up wearing your Yang merch, holding your Yang signs, and just chatting up people, talking to them about our campaign.
We'll be there down in Long Beach. So come on out, come support us, come say hi.
The next day, Andrew is going to be speaking at the First in the West dinner in Las Vegas on Sunday the 17th. Same thing. We want to have a really big show of support for him. So if you're able to make that trek over to Las Vegas, or if you're already in the Vegas area, then head over that way and do the same thing. Show up in your Yang merch, bring any Yang signs that you have, and a really big show of support. So those are the main two things, especially this weekend. Next week, obviously, is the November debate. That's going on Wednesday. Super excited about that. Before that, though, on that Tuesday evening in Atlanta, we are going to be kicking off our first math class. If you're familiar with distributed campaigning at all in the past, basically it's the event. If you want to get plugged in with the campaign, if you want to become a part of our strategy to win, then that's the event that you need to turn out to. So it'll be at 6:30 in Atlanta. We're really excited about that, and this is a program that we're planning to roll out across the entire country very, very soon, but we're kicking it off in Atlanta. So if you are going to be in the Atlanta area on the 19th, we would love to have you come out and get plugged in with our plan to win. We also plan to train you up so that you can go back to from whence you came, and do a similar event back at home to get people plugged in.
So let's get into a call to action. What is the one thing that we can have people do right now that will just help us moving forward to lay the foundation?
I would say the main thing, head back to yang2020.com/volunteer and re-enter your information. We have a lot of really exciting things that we're going to be rolling out for volunteers. And so that's the best way to stay plugged in. That's the best way for us to be able to stay in communication with you.
And one thing that I'll note is make sure you enter your phone number, because that is the best way that we can get in touch with you, both as volunteer leaders and as the campaign. Texting is a big operation, so as long as you have your phone number entered in there, we will be able to onboard you more effectively. And even if you've already signed up, just do it again. It'll just update your information, and there are more fields that are in there now than there previously were. So it'll be really helpful. I think that's it. Anything else you want to add, Drew?
I want to reiterate how just how proud I am to be a part of this movement. We have such a diverse group of volunteers and supporters, and I really feel like we're a part of something that's revolutionary. I wouldn't want to be on any other campaign right now. Every other campaign is either plateauing in their support or starting to see their support drop. And we are the only campaign that is really starting to pick up steam and also has a ton of room to grow. I think we are in exactly the place that we need to be as a campaign. And I can't wait to see where we go over the next few months.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Drew. And
Thank you. See you soon.
all right, Yang Gang. That's what we say at the end. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yang.
Yang gang.